I guess we can start. Mr. Shea, Mr. Minister of Health of Taiwan, welcome. Welcome to all of you, dear legislators of Taiwan. Welcome to Mr. Nicolas Walder, National Councillor of the Swiss Parliament. Welcome to you all. Welcome to the ambassadors here present. Welcome also to the media representatives. It's a pleasure to have you here at the Domaine de Pont at the Geneva Press Club. I'm Pierre Rucci, I'm the director, executive director of the Geneva Press Club. It's a pleasure to have this event here, this press conference, important on this Sunday. And without waiting any longer, I will give the floor to the speakers here to talk about a very important topic, which is the recovery of Taiwan after COVID-19, and also, and perhaps first, what Taiwan can bring to the global health issues here in Geneva and anywhere in the world. I thank you very much, and now I give the floor to Dr. Lo, who is the moderator of this panel. Welcome.
Thank you very much, Chairperson. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and good morning, good afternoon, good evening to those watching this press conference live stream online. My name is Dr. Luo Yijun. I'm the Deputy Director General of Taiwan CDC, Ministry of Health and Welfare in Taiwan. I'm also the moderator of this press conference. In just 1 hour of time, the 76th World Health Assembly will officially take place, but the 23 million people of Taiwan in 6 consecutive years, even during and after the COVID-19 pandemic, are still not allowed to be represented in the WHA. On this stage, you will hear our honorable minister, legislators, and distinguished guests to address how Taiwan's participation in the WHO can help save lives and drive health to all. Now I'd like to invite our first speaker, Honorable Minister of Health and Welfare, Dr. Xue Ruiyuan, to give his address.
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, and good afternoon and welcome. Thank you for joining us today. On behalf of the 23.5 million people of Taiwan, I'm in Geneva to express deep dissatisfaction with WHO Director General Tedros. Once again, due to the political consideration and the pressure from the People's Republic of China, WHO has not invited Taiwan to participate in the WHA as an observer this year. China continues to misrepresent United Nations General Assembly Resolution 2758 and the WHA Resolution 25.1 to block Taiwan's participation. However, these documents merely address the issues of China's representation in the UN and the WHO. Nowhere do they call for the exclusion of Taiwan. Excluding Taiwan from WHO not only jeopardizes the rights to health of the 23.5 million people of Taiwan, it also seriously undermines WHO's effort to achieve health for all. The COVID-19 pandemic has demonstrated that the world must work together to overcome collective health challenges. And Taiwan has proven to be a valuable partner in the fight against COVID-19. Taiwan will continue to work with the international community to strengthen the global health architecture and make it more resilient so as to better prepare for and respond to further health emergencies. Taiwan is also committed to achieve WHO's triple billion targets. Indeed, Taiwan maintains an inclusive and equitable universal health coverage system that provides disease prevention and management through robust primary health care. Roughly 99.9% of Taiwan residents are covered by national health insurance, giving them access to a full range of essential high-quality health care services. In 2022, Taiwan topped the number healthcare index for the fourth year in a row. The Taiwan model has served as a reference point for creating successful, integrated, people-centered public health system. Currently, Taiwan is not listed as a designated national focal point in the international health regulations. It is therefore impossible for other countries to notify Taiwan of IHR-related event in a timely manner. And because WHO will not certify Taiwan as a WHO-listed authority, Taiwan is not able to effectively share its pharmaceutical product or medical devices through the WHO system. Without WHO membership, Taiwan is also unable to provide valuable surveillance data to the global influenza surveillance and response system, which could alert the world to the next pandemic. Taiwan is a willing and able partner and should also be included in the pandemic legal accord that is under negotiation. The health of all people is fundamental to the attainment of peace and security, and it is dependent on the fullest cooperation of individuals and the states. This statement was enshrined in the WHO Constitution in 1948. Taiwan's participation in the WHO and the WHA is a matter of health, not a political issue. Taiwan sincerely appreciates the strong support from diplomatic allies and like-minded countries for Taiwan's participation. Taiwan will continue to work with the international community to ensure that everyone can enjoy the fundamental human right to health. In the spirit of the UN Sustainable Development Goals, no one should be left behind. Thank you for your time and attention. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Minister Xue. Now I would like to invite two members of the Parliament of Taiwan to speak about this topic. First, I would like to invite Honorable Legislator and also Honorary President of Taiwan Medical Association, Dr. and Professor Qiu Taiyuan, to deliver his remarks. Dr. Qiu, please.
Thank you. Mr. Xie, Ambassador at Large Wu, Honorable Nicholas Warder, members of Swiss National Council, and members of Taiwan's parliament, members of media, good friends from around the world, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. On behalf of the Social and Welfare and the Environment Hygiene Committee of our Parliament, and also the 21 NGO National Associations of Medical Professionals, I would like to take this opportunity to thank you for coming and appeal to your further support for Taiwan meaningful participation in the mechanisms, meetings, and the activities of the World Health Organization. As the chairman of the committee, I can assure to you that Taiwan has been a valuable partner in the fight against the COVID-19. Working with the international partners, Taiwan has demonstrated its commitment to share its expertise, experience, and successful pandemic response measures with many countries through bilateral channels. Unfortunately, due to political considerations which are irrelevant to health care, Taiwan continued to be excluded from WHO and the WHA since 2017. By not inviting Taiwan, it not only tremendously jeopardized the health right to 23 million people of Taiwan, but also undermined WHO objective of securing an inclusive global public health cooperation system, which the world demands. As we learn from the COVID-19 lesson, infectious diseases do not respect borders. It is critical and important that the international community works together and coordinates action if we are to respond to future global health challenges and to build up a resilient global health network. Inviting Taiwan as an observer at the WHA would be a crucial step to achieve the goal, and by doing so, it would also strengthen the WHO commitment to an inclusive approach to the international health cooperation, which is in line with the year's theme, saving lives and driving health for all. Once again, I appeal to all our friends here today to support Taiwan's meaningful participation in the international platforms. Taiwan's exemplary capabilities and innovative approaches will bring considerable value to the WHO. Together with the international community, Taiwan can and will continue to contribute more in the post-pandemic era and help to safeguard the global health security. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Honorable Legislator Chiu. Next, I would like to invite Honorable Legislator and also the President of Taiwan Nurse Association, Dr. and Professor Chen Jingming, to deliver her remarks.
Thank you. Distinguished guests, member of the media, good friends from around the world, ladies and gentlemen, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. 大家好. As a member of the Parliament of Taiwan, it's my honor to be here at the International Press Conference. I would like to take this opportunity to express my gratitude to all our good friends of Taiwan for your long-lasting and staunch support for our WHA campaign. Legislation Yen, as the Parliament of Taiwan, is made up of the people who are elected by popular votes. We come here to serve as a representative of our people, to speak out for 23.5 million Taiwanese. And this is the collective voice of Taiwanese people. Taiwan, a force for good, is working with the world to combat global challenges. We are willing to engage with global health security network and make contributions with all partners to strengthen the global health architectures. Over the past decade, Taiwan has bolstered its healthcare and public health system in line with WHO's recommendations. Taiwan's national health insurance, envied by many countries in the world, is a prime example of universal health coverage, offering financial protection and access to a wide range of essential service. Taiwan is upgrading its medical system, introducing new medical care models and utilizing telehealth consultations for patients residing in remote areas and outlying islands. Taiwan has made a significant advance in and contributing to universal health coverage and is committed to share its experience and expertise with the world. Tomorrow is the first day of 76th World Health Assembly, where all representatives and government officials will gather together to discuss solutions on how to promote the health of people around the globe and how to live healthier. Over the past 75 years, relentless effort has been made through international collaborations in many areas, including from the elimination of smallpox to the invention of malaria vaccine. Taiwan has been demonstrating our perseverance, innovation, and collaboration, bringing the commitment to our unified goal. So it is crucial that we coordinate global health effort, and it is even crucial for it to involve all, such as Taiwan. We have demonstrated ourselves as an exemplary model and has been willing to make a significant contribution to global public health. Taiwan should be invited to all WHO meetings, mechanisms, and activities. This is the only way to achieve the ultimate goal for health for all. I thank you for your support.
Thank you, Honorable Legislator Chen. Next, I would like to invite a member of the Swiss Parliament, National Councillor, and also co-chair of Switzerland-Taiwan Parliamentary Friendship Group, Mr. Nicholas Weider, to give his remarks.
Thank you very much, Mr. Minister, honorable guests and colleagues from the UN Legislative, dear member of the press and public, dear friends. It's a pleasure again to be here to give you a few words. I will try to be short, but I have a few words to say. To say that the Swiss Parliament, and we are many people in the Swiss Parliament, supporting Taiwanese population and the right to Taiwanese population to live in democracy, to live in peace, and to participate to the world affairs. And today it's for me also not a shock, but it is not a justice, and it is not an unfair, well, that was the word I was looking for. It is completely unfair that 23.5 million people do not have the right to participate in the world affair concerning health. And I will really show you today my complete solidarity with you fight to be included in the world. Taiwan is today Switzerland's fifth largest economical partner in Asia and shares many values with us, including commitment to democracy and commitment to human rights. Taiwan, which is open to the world and attached to freedom, holds a special place for our Swiss Parliament, which has repeatedly expressed demands to intensified relations between our two countries. A few days ago, I said it yesterday, but I want to repeat it, a majority of the National Council, the People's Chamber of our Parliament, in a historical move, officially instructed our Bureau to strengthen ties with our counterpart in the Legislative Yuan. This decision also follows a recent trip we made with several parliamentarians in February in your beautiful country. This trip for us was an opportunity to assess the areas of deepening our relations between our two countries. Also the occasion to reiterate our position that the final status of Taiwan be decided peacefully by the parties concerned, and first and foremost by the Taiwanese population. But ladies and gentlemen, as I said it yesterday already, I'm a member of the parliament, but I'm also a citizen of Geneva, a city that also promotes multilateralism, inclusiveness, and the right for all to participate in the work and discussions of the international community. This is why, having grown up in this city surrounded by so many symbols, I cannot accept that 23.5 million people are excluded from multilateral work on issues as important as climate, security, or health. And this for reasons that have nothing to do with public good. Taiwan is currently excluded from most of the work of the World Health Organization, despite its exceptional commitment to fulfill its duties, despite the great expertise, it has been said, and the unfailing engagement to public health Taiwan has demonstrated, despite also its exemplary management during the COVID-19 pandemic that has enabled Taiwan to have a much better record than many countries, but also helped other countries to better understand and better fight this pandemic. Finally, Taiwan is also excluded, despite the full and exemplary collaboration with the WHO and member states during the health crisis and on other public health issues. A transparent cooperation that could be an inspiration for other countries that are maybe full members but still struggle to meet with their obligations. That is why I consider, ladies and gentlemen, that Taiwan's full participation in the work of the WHO and its inclusion in the World Health Assembly as an observer to be a request that should be fully supported. Not only would it be justice for the 23.5 million people of Taiwan, but it is also in the direct interest of the international community and our ability to achieve the health-related sustainable development goals. That's why the Swiss Parliament will therefore continue asking our government and other states to support greater integration and participation of Taiwan in the work of the World Health Organization, as well as in other international fora, such as the UN climate change conferences. Thank you very much.
Very much, Honorable Member of Parliament, Nicholas Whiter. Next, I would like to invite representatives of 3 non-governmental organizations to give their points of view in terms of this topic. First, I would like to invite CEO of Foundation of Medical Professional Alliance in Taiwan, Dr. Lin Shijia, to deliver her remarks.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I am Shijia Lin, and I'm the Executive Director of Foundation of Medical Professional Alliance in Taiwan. I would like to express my gratitude to all of you for your interest in Taiwan's issues and for being present here today. Our foundation, the FMPAT, has been devoted to promoting Taiwan's participation in the WHO for over a quarter of a century. So long time. And this year, we have witnessed nearly 500 Taiwanese people coming from different parts of the world to show their support. This is the largest number of participation since the first Taiwan for WHO campaign in 1997. Over the past few years, especially during the COVID-19 pandemic, the people of Taiwan has accumulated a wealth of emotions. These emotions have translated into various forms of creativity and energy, which are now bouncing here in Geneva. The world has witnessed Taiwan's remarkable achievement in combating COVID-19 pandemic. Since the SARS outbreak, Taiwan has been striving to combat the pandemic on our own. The global community should not want and hope that Taiwan can also handle it on its own next time. One is SARS, and this time is COVID-19. And such a global health gap will pose a threat to people worldwide. worldwide, not only in Taiwan. Through the COVID-19 pandemic, the world has come to realize that no one is safe until everyone is safe. No one is safe until everyone is safe. In the wake of the COVID-19 impact, WHO member states agree on the need to establish a new pandemic treaty, 大流行公约, a pandemic treaty. The WHO, we call it the WHA+. WHA+. To address further challenges. However, according to the zero draft of WHA+, Taiwan is excluded from the CA+ and may not have the opportunity to participate in related mechanism. Totally excluded. And this mechanism is designed to avoid repeating the mistake made during the COVID-19 period. Again, repeat. When specific countries need essential supplies and vaccines as bargaining chips, if Taiwan is excluded from this mechanism, it will not only pose a threat to the health and the well-being of the Taiwanese people, but also pose challenges to global supply chain, but also pose challenges to global supply chain and the sharing of virus informations. It will be very terrible, not just only Taiwan suffer, but all of the world suffer. Therefore, I urge everyone to extend their concern beyond Taiwan's participation in the WHO and its attendance at the WHA, but also include Taiwan's opportunities to engage in the mechanism of the WHA+. The WHA+ is a new convention about the pandemic treat. Okay, it's the most established global health fintech in Taiwan. Our foundation is committed to collaboration with government and the expert organization to facilitate pertinent discussions and avoid case. Let us work together. Let Taiwan participate in the WHA with its name, Taiwan. Let Taiwan become a member of WHO. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Next, I would like to invite Youth Representative of the Taiwan United Nations Alliance, Yang Xingzi, to deliver her remarks.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. I'm Xingzi Yang, the youth representative of the Taiwan United Nations Alliance and the leader of the International Action Team of Here I Stand project. Today, our entire campaign team, including several renowned doctors, a city council member, and several young talents has come from Taiwan to be present here. It is my honor to speak on behalf of my team. I believe the distinguished guests before me have already expressed how Taiwan is willing to contribute to the world, and also why the world should include Taiwan. I will now express our concerns on this matter as a civil organization. Taiwan United Nations Alliance has been campaigning for Taiwan's meaningful participation in WHO and the UN for 20 years. We do not only ask for meaningful participation in global community, but also with the rightful name of Taiwan. We would like to make Taiwan a normal state, both in name and in fact, to be engaging in the world community. Taiwan United Nations Alliance was founded in 2003, which happened to be the year when the SARS epidemic broke out, and when the world did not include us in the pandemic reporting system. Since that moment, the people of Taiwan have deeply felt the vulnerabilities within the global health system. Since then, Taiwan United Nations Alliance has been tirelessly working every year to tell the world about Taiwan's importance. Now, after 20 years, with the outbreak of COVID-19, or what we call Wuhan pneumonia, killing so many people, It shows that the world never learns the lesson, because Taiwan is a country who first reacting to COVID-19 and who first telling its seriousness to WHO, who did not listen to us. We hereby call on the international community to pay attention to the role of Taiwan in the international health security, and to substantially recognize our rightful name of Taiwan. Please truly practice your value of health for all by including Taiwan in the global health system. Stand with Taiwan, stand for justice. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Xingzi. Next, I would like to invite the North American Taiwanese Medical Association, also advisor of Executive Yuan, Dr. Lin Rongsong, to deliver his remarks.
Thank you, Chairman, media friends, ladies and gentlemen. I live in California, Los Angeles. Maybe I'm the only the people not living in Taiwan right now. And I'm a practicing anesthesiologist. And I'm enjoying this campaign. Taiwan bid for WHO since 1997 with Professor Lee. It has been so long. And in this 20-something years experience, I'd like to share my feeling. Number one, I see some bright side, and I also see the dark side. The bright side is through the effort of Taiwanese people, Taiwan government, and US government. We've been working very hard through the Medical Association and also through FAPA. We have to give a lot of credit to US FAPA. Now, in the United States, not only Parliament, they passed the resolution. It's not over half, it's not over 2/3, it's unanimously passed the resolution to support Taiwan to join WHO. 500-something plus vote to 0. Total favor to Taiwan. Not only that, US government is also passed several bills. You're talking about law. US already passed the law to support Taiwan to join WHO. That's a bright side. Because I've seen all the democratic countries right now, nobody is so shy now, no shy now. All the democratic countries stand up and support Taiwan for this cause. That's a bright side. And today, from the United States, we have overseas Taiwanese, about 60 people, come to here to stand with you, campaign with you, rally with you. Today, we see the Secretary General is also in the crowd. We have no fear. We're shouting on him because, of course, he's smiling, but I think his heart is bleeding because he knows this is not fair. This is not fair because Taiwan, 20 million people, has no any spot in this so-called health organization. So I just mean I see some bright side, and I also see some dark side. The dark side is China treat this issue, health issue, as a political issue. They bring the representative from UN, the politician, come to sit at the chair of WHO and against Taiwan. They are against Taiwan even more aggressively. That's the dark side. But we have no choice. We have no choice to work even harder, find our friend and get together. But today, I'm going to bring 3 directions to share with you. I hope we can achieve this goal. Number 1, all the Taiwanese have to know what UN 1971 resolution, what it means. This is very important because U.S. Foreign Affairs Committee just passed the resolution. They say 2758 resolution had nothing to do with Taiwanese 23 million people. Not many people know what 2758 means. 2758 resolution only resolved two issues. Number one, re-establish the chair for PRC, number one, so they can go back to WHO seat. Number two is expel. They expel the representative of Chiang Kai-shek leaving this WHO organization. Had nothing mentioned about Taiwan, Taiwanese, Republic of China. No. Only the representative of Chiang Kai-shek was kicked out from this assembly. Had nothing to do with 23 million people. So we have to really let all the people know. China always say, based on resolution 2758, Taiwan has no space in this organization, but it's not true. So we have to get together with all the friends, challenge this resolution more aggressively. Number one. Number two, tomorrow we have a 2-2 debate, right? By our custom, because they don't want Taiwan issue to spend too much time in the General Assembly. So they just say, Taiwan, you have two nations speak for you and another two countries speak for the other side, for China. I hope one day and soon, U.S. representative is going to stand up and speak for Taiwan at that General Assembly. It never happened before, but I hope U.S. one day we can campaign, lobby for that to see the U.S. can stand up at that General Assembly, not afterward. Number three, this is even more important. We have to prepare for the future. We have to elect a Secretary General more favorable to democratic country, not China as friend. You know what I mean? Even right now, if we put Taiwan issue in the vote, we still cannot pass. Even we not pass. We cannot get, because so many people, General Secretary, so much power in this organization. So we have to prepare for that. I hope all the democratic countries start working on it. Prepare a next Secretary General is more favorable to Taiwan and UN and all the democratic countries. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Lin. Last but not the least, I would like to invite CEO of European Federation of Taiwan Health Alliance, Dr. Victor Wang, to deliver his remarks.
Good evening. Chairman, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your invitation. And I would like to point out 3 points, only 3 minutes, hopefully. First, exclusion of Taiwan. This issue has been an issue showing that WHO itself cannot run itself without the influence from Beijing. And the paradoxical situation had made himself that ridiculously, showing one way is promoting the health for all, global coverage, and the other way, excluding Taiwan outside of this community. This is a big issue that to be resolved. And as our organization has been coming back 23 years, 21, and coming back every year to make our voice loud to the point to make the world, knowing that we are one of the members from the world, but unfortunately we still coming back. But this makes me feel sorry to say that this is a ridiculous situation for WHO. It's like a slap on the face of WHO every year. But that is true. Second point, the tide is changed. everybody, you know, the recent years from major media all over the world that showing that European countries, especially Germany, Belgium, UK, France, Baltic 3 countries, they're being not only the UN Parliament members voting favorably to help Taiwan join the community internationally, but also their internal Congress overwhelmingly voting favor of building a political relationship with Taiwan and support Taiwan to join the international organization. Time has changed and tide is changed. Another short story that I have to tell you that 4 years ago, when I'm wearing this shirt on the street of Geneva, we were forced by police to strip off our shirt. Our member will take off our shirt, and the shirt was confiscated by the police. Of course, internally, the Switzerland Geneva community has generated some issue about ethical problem for policemen. And but last year we do it again. This year too, there's nothing happened, nothing. So I'm telling you, the tide is changed. Yeah. The third point I want to say is that join us to say yes to Taiwan. We were from ever since that our organization sent a lobby letter to Minister of Health from European region, actually from 28 countries only. But since 3 years, we expanded to Health of Ministry of Health and Parliament member, Parliament head, and over 100 recipient countries, 52 countries, including Vatican. This year, we raised the bar higher even. We invite European country through individual city member that join us to host online health share events globally, Taiwan, European country, and East Coast of USA. That over 30 country city committed to this event. Then we have over nearly 10,000 participants from Taiwan and European countries together. And over a dozen of political parliament leaders and community leaders join us. Legislator Chen were one of the joint member that show our exercise health lifestyle, their version of lifestyle on the health days. So please join us in the future. Say yes to Taiwan. Say our name. Yes to Taiwan to join WHO. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Wang. After hearing those strong statements, now the floor is open to the press in the venue and also online. Let's just give some housekeeping message first. If you want to ask question, journalists, please raise your hand and we'll deliver the microphone to you. And the minister will answer the question in Mandarin Chinese, and our translator, please come to the podium, and the translator will translate that into English and reply to you. And also, before asking questions, journalists, please state your name and the media you are representing. Now, I would like to see if any journalists would like to, okay, please.
Good afternoon. My name is Peter Kenny. I work for the Anadolu Agency. I would like to ask the Minister, one of the speakers said that China is stronger on the issue of health than other issues. Can you explain your perception of why that is? And can you also speak to the last speaker's points that the tide is turning? Could you say something about that too? Thank you.
想请问薛部长2个问题：为什么中华人民共和国对于卫生的这一个议题对台湾这么的强硬？第2个问题，刚刚也有提到说，现在整个局势在改变。那对台湾的支持也越来越多，可否请薛部长在这一个方面给我们多一些您个人的看法
呢？谢谢你的提问。第一个问题，中共为什么对这 健康的议题态度这么强硬。我想，中国对于台湾的态度强硬，不是只有在健康的议题，它是多方面的。
Thank you for your question. The first question is about why China is so tough on the health issue against Taiwan. I think China is not only tough toward Taiwan on this issue, but on all domains.
比方说在台湾的周边去做演习，这个也是一个重要的issue。我们只是觉得说，在健康医疗的这个领域里面，应该是以这个全民或者全世界的人民的生命健康为主要的议题，而不应该把政治牵扯进来。
For example, China launched military drills surrounding Taiwan waters, and we believe that health issues or medicine issues are issues related with global health and lives, saving lives, and should not be related with political stances.
第二个问题是局势上面的话，那看起来是有越来越多支持台湾的这些国家跟友人。
And the second question, yes, the tide is changing. It seems that more and more countries and international friends support Taiwan's participation in WHA and WHO.
这当然是因为台湾的这一个卫生医疗的软实力有被世界看见。
And of course, this is because Taiwan's soft power of health and medicine is greatly recognized by the international community.
而且台湾在这些年来的一个成长的过程当中，可以看得出来，逐渐成为世界的网络中间的一员，而且这个网络跟其他国家的交流是越来越密切。
And over the years, we can see that Taiwan has become a centerpiece of an increasing close network with more supporting members.
所以，如果说有这个全世界的这种比方说这种传染病的疫情出现的话，那台湾如果变成破口的话，那很可能这一个疫情就会快速传播出去。
So if Taiwan becomes the gap of global infectious disease epidemic, I'm afraid that it will spread very quickly to other corners of the world.
所以我想整个全世界的这些卫生领域的这个重要的人员体会到这一点，那当然越来越支持台湾能够加入我们这一个全球一个防疫网的，成为他的一员。
So I believe that the global health workers understand very well about this point. So that's why they strongly support Taiwan to become a member of this global anti-pandemic team.
所以台湾的这一个议题是一个 health 的议题，不是 political 的议题。
So Taiwan's issue is a health issue, not a political issue.
Okay, is there any other question from the floor?
Should I ask in English or Chinese?
你可以用中文，没关系。
中文哈。中央社记者田希如想请教部长2个问题哦。第一是今天上午的 Walk the Talk 过程中，那个 WHO 秘书长谭德赛在回答台湾团队的问题的时候，指出台湾加入的关键在于会员国。我想要请教部长的回应。那第2个问题是，已经7年了，就是台湾仍然无法恢复观察员的地位。即便在我们的防疫成就被全世界看到，以及我们在国际上的声量也越来越高，那您是否担心台湾社会会出现对 WHA 的 fatigue 疲劳，以及你是否看到越来越多的机会？就这些机会在哪里？怎么样能够表现在会员国的支持上？
Thank you. The question from Central News Agency will first be translated into English.
Two questions for Minister Shea. The first one is on today's morning, when we have the talk and walk and talk. WHO Director General Tedros Ghebreyesus mentioned about Taiwan's participation in WHO's key issue that requires Taiwan as a member state. What's your view on that? And second question is, it's been 7 years. Taiwan has not been able to become an observer of the WHA. So even though Taiwan has tremendous anti-pandemic achievements, even Taiwan has outstanding medical and health performance or achievements over the years, are you concerned, or do you find any opportunities about Taiwan's participation in WHA, or are there more opportunities for winning more support from our allies to support Taiwan?
好，第一个问题是早上那谭德赛所说的，但是事实上，在2009年到2016中间，我们也获邀来这一个作为这一个 WHA 的 observer。
Actually, from 2009 to 2016, Taiwan's been invited to be an observer of WHA.
那个时候是经由这个WHO 的干事长的邀请，并没有通过所有的会员的投票。
It was at the invitation of WHO Director General at that time, without experiencing or going through the voting process of the WHO members.
所以我想，谭德赛干事长在讲这件事情的时候，可能跟实际上的状况是有一些落差的。
So I think when Director General Tedros Ghebreyesus mentioned about this issue, it is not quite the fact or the truth.
那第二个问题，是不是这样一年复一年的我们这样子的一个争取，会造成所谓的疲乏的现象？我想，这是我们的所需要面对的现实。那我们只有不断的争取，不屈不挠的努力，才有可能会有结果。那如果我们停止的话，那大概就没有可能会有这个成果的实现。
As for whether or not there will be any fatigue in our campaign for becoming a WHA observer, I think this is the reality that we all need to face. We need to continue making efforts without ceasing. We should not give up. We should not. We should continue to redouble our efforts to win this opportunity.
我们在跟世界上所有这些国家交往的时候，在卫生医疗领域，我们不会只有谈要这些国家来支持台湾加入 WHO。
When we are engaged with other countries or international friends on the issues with health and medicine, we will not just ask these friends to support us to participate in WHA or WHO.
我们谈的这一个内容，这一个方面，包括国与国之间的互相在医卫领域中间的合作。 包括我们可能提供给某些国家的这种在医卫方面的协助，以及我们怎么样跟其他的国家在这个医卫方面的资讯的一些交换，其实有很多方向都可以一起来谈的。所以我想这个事情不会说到后来会变成一个 fatigue。
when we are engaged with other countries discussing about medical and health cooperation, we also talk about assistance and exchange of information and other domains for future cooperation. So I don't see there is any possibility for the so-called fatigue in the future.
当我们与这些国家进一步的合作、进一步的互相的帮忙的时候，那当然加入 WHO 这一个议题的话，就会得到这些国家的支持跟同情。
When we talk about cooperation and mutual assistance with these friendly countries, then for sure we will receive more and more support in terms of our participation in WHA as well as WHO.
简单来讲，台湾加入 WHO 这样子的一个诉求，并不是要求世界各国来怜悯我们、同情我们，我们是在所建立的基础是在互相之间的合作、互相之间的利益，这个才是我们主要的一个方向。
I think winning the support of our international friends to support us is not at the mercy of them on us, but based on the foundation of mutual cooperation, mutual assistance, and reciprocity.
Okay, I will now take two questions from journalists watching online. The first question is from Emma Farge of the Reuters. And the question is directed to Minister Xue. Minister, do you have any grounds to believe this year you will finally obtain access to the WHA and why?
这个问题是要请教来自路透社，要请教薛部长，您认为今年可以加入 WHA 吗？为什么呢？
至少到目前为止，我们并没有收到这个邀请函。
As of today, we haven't received the invitation yet.
当然，任何还没有确定之前，我们都会不放弃任何的这一个努力。
But of course, we will never give up until the last moment.
Thank you. The second question comes from Nina Larson from the AFP. Minister, I have a question. Could you say in whether you think the COVID pandemic was made worse by the exclusion of Taiwan from the global health community, and in what way? And what do you see as the biggest threat from its continued exclusion in the post-pandemic era?
两个问题是来自 AFP Nina Larson。第一个问题是台湾被排除在全球公卫的体系以外，是不是造成这一个整个疫情越来越糟的一个原因呢？那在哪方面让台湾排除在这个体系外呢？那未来在后疫情时代，如果台湾继续被排除在这个全球公卫体系以外，您认为最大的威胁会是什么？
好，那有关于第一个问题，那台湾被排除在这一个公卫体系之外，那对于这个像 COVID-19 这一次的疫情，那是否是有影响的？我想第一个问题应该是这样子。对，全球的疫情是否有影响？是第一个问题。
I think the first question is excluding Taiwan from a global health system has any impact to the global pandemic outbreak?
那事实上，这一个是一个假设的问题啦，也就是说要去对照这一个，如果台湾没有被排除的话，会有什么样的好的结果吗？
So I think this is a hypothetical question. We need to compare whether or not Taiwan is excluded from this global health system.
我不敢说这一定会有一个好的结果出来，但是有一点，台湾因为长久以来，那从中国那边得到了相关的这种卫生的议题，事实上是资讯是很少的。
I'm not really sure about that, but one thing I am sure is that Taiwan received very little information about health issues directly from China.
全世界从中国那边得到的相关的疫情资料也是很少。
And so does the entire world.
因为台湾跟中国是紧邻的，所以台湾一直都非常注意到中国在这方面的一些潜在的一些讯息。
Taiwan and China are very close with each other in terms of geographic location. So Taiwan has always followed very closely on China's situation.
所以说，以这一次 COVID-19 的疫情来看的话，事实上，2019年底的时候，台湾就发现，在中国有似乎可疑的一些肺炎的个案在散布当中。
So taking COVID-19 pandemic as an example, at the end of 2019, Taiwan found that there were suspected cases related with pneumonia in China.
那2020年初，在1月的时候，台湾就要求能够有专家到中国那边，中国的武汉去实地上的这一个了解。
So in January 2020, Taiwan requested to conduct a field investigation in China.
当我们去看了之后回来，那我们专家就给出意见说，这个已经有人传人的疫情。
So when we our experts came back from China, they made the conclusion that there was a possibility for people-to-people infection cases existing.
所以在台湾本地，在当时就已经在1月十几日的时候，就已经把它列为法定传染病。
So at that time in Taiwan, we already categorized that as a legal infectious disease in Taiwan at the end of January.
当时如果台湾是我们世界卫生组织的一员的时候，我们可以把这个讯息就直接 pass 给 WHO。
If Taiwan were WHO member at that time, we could quickly pass this information to WHO members.
而且可以加上一个 warning， 因为台湾跟中国都是属于华人的社会，很快就会到达农历的春节，这个时候会有很多人口的移动。
And plus, we could provide warning to other parts of the world because both Taiwan and China belong to the Chinese-speaking community, and at that time, the Lunar New Year was approaching, so it would involve a lot of people movement going back to their hometown.
而且不是只有回到他的家乡，而会往国外去移动、去旅游。
And these people not only go back to their hometown for the New Year, they also travel abroad for vacation.
所以当时在农历过年之后，很快的欧洲就整个发生疫情的感染，从中国那边传过来。
That's why soon after the New Year, there was an outbreak in Europe spreading from China.
所以，如果台湾是 WHO 的一员，我不能保证说就不会发生这种事情，但是就比较有机会去防止这种事情的发生。
So I could not guarantee that this would not happen if Taiwan were the WHO member, but I could guarantee that there was a less opportunity to have this kind of outbreak.
那第二个问题是在后疫情的时代，那台湾要怎么样去面对？
如果继续被排除在全球的卫生体系以外，最大的威胁将会是什么？
好， 那这样子的如果台湾继续就排除在卫生这个全球卫生体系之外，那会有什么样可能的议题？这一次 COVID-19 的疫情，是因为台湾这边有充分的警觉性，所以至少我们在第一时间之内，那能够采取防范的措施。
And facing this COVID-19 pandemic outbreak, Taiwan was fully aware and high alert about the possibility of pandemic.
下一次，台湾是否仍然有这么幸运，这就不知道了。
I'm not sure whether or not Taiwan will be like this, will be so fortunate. I'm not sure.
从 SARS 跟 COVID-19 的情形，我们都可以知道，在中国，那因为许多条件之下，很容易发生这一个新兴的传染病。
From our experiences of SARS and COVID-19, we find that it's quite easy in China to have new emerging infectious diseases.
台湾可以说是整个世界在面对这些新兴传染病的第一线。
I can say that Taiwan stands on the front line in fighting against these newly emerging infectious diseases.
如果没有一个全球的网络，那能够提供给台湾资讯，也让台湾能够提供资讯给这个全球网络，那下一次疫情出来的时候，也许台湾就变成一个破口。
If there is no global health network to provide information to Taiwan and vice versa, I'm afraid that Taiwan will become the gap of the next pandemic outbreak.
以台湾跟全世界各国的交往的情形之下的话，那如果万一台湾是成为一个防疫的破口的话，那对全世界来讲是一个非常可怕的一个现象。
If Taiwan becomes a gap, that would be a terrible impact to the entire world, since Taiwan has so close connection with the entire world.
所以我想台湾的确有十分充分的理由应该被 include 进去 WHO。
So I believe that Taiwan has full reasons to be included in WHO system.
Thank you. And just some minor addition and correction to the answer translated in the first question. The field trip of our two experts to Wuhan, China took place in January 13th to 14th. And we officially categorize COVID-19 as the category 5, which is the highest level communicable disease nationally, on January 15th, right after their return. Any other question from the floor? Viewing the time constraint, some of the domestic media's question, I think we'll probably process them later, okay? Because all right, any question from the international press community? No? Okay. So thank you very much, all the distinguished guests and press community. I'd like to invite the chairperson to deliver some closing remarks.
Thank you very much. Thank you, all of you, to have assisted to this press conference. Thank you, Minister of Health and legislators. Thank you to Mr. Walder to have been here and to express their views about the participation of Taiwan to the World Health Assembly this year. And as we saw, there is a strong support by the Swiss Parliament for this, and I'll let the word to you later on to express the support for that and reinsist about the participation of Taiwan. So it's always a pleasure to receive some governmental representatives here in Geneva at the Press Club, and you are always welcome. And we're just going to close this press conference with a coffee, you're sure all invited today. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.